This is a gentle stretching programme, which is a key part of the practices to be worked with during the pain management programme and hopefully beyond. The benefits of stretches lie mainly in improving range and freedom of movement with less stiffness and maybe less spasm. They can be a helpful starting point to build confidence in movement and a useful practice to learn how to use the breath to affect the body. There's a standing sequence, a seated sequence and a lying sequence of stretches. And in each one you might find different versions of stretches for a particular part of the body. And it's not that one version is necessarily better than another, they just might be different ways to approach it. And they might feel slightly different in the body. So just be interested in where and how different versions and positions feel in the body so that you can explore and learn how to stretch your body in different ways. You can work through the standing, seated and lying sections as one whole programme, or you can build up through the sections gradually, or you can mix and match from each section, finding a selection that works for you. From these videos, try and create a mini stretch practice for yourself that you can use during flare-ups. Albeit at this time you might be moving in a slightly smaller range and maybe resting in the stretch for shorter times. But gentle stretches are an important part of managing the body's tension reactions during flare-up episodes. It's really helpful to pause and rest into a stretch. When pain and discomfort are present, we tend to hold our breath and clench, which is the opposite of what we want the body to do when stretching, which is to soften and to open up. For this reason, it's particularly helpful to use the breath cycle as a way of pausing, to allow the stretch to develop, but also to signal to the mind and the body to let go of any guarding or holding in the body. So start with counting each stretch hold with 2 slow breath cycles and slowly build up to holding for 5 slow breath cycles. Developing a successful stretching programme means paying attention to this idea of getting familiar with the wise zone, which is neither too cautious at the very early part of stretch that we might call the soft edge, nor too pushy into the end ranges or into too much intensity of sensation that we might call the hard edge. For some parts of the body, there may be quite a bit of room for manoeuvre between the two, but for others, particularly sensitive areas, finding this Y zone might require a little exploration and subtlety. So don't be put off in the early stages of trying to establish a stretching programme if this feels difficult to find, or if your body reacts to the new things you're asking of it. Remember that it's sensitive and that some reactions to new demands are to be expected. But persevere, you will gain confidence and benefits over time as you establish a stretching programme as a key part of your pain management tools. During the pain management programme, we'll invite you to try and work with your stretching programme on most days so that you can really see how it is for you if you invest in your body in this way. Following the pain management programme, it's likely that you would drop back a little and perhaps do it a few times a week to maintain movement and as and when needed in response to the body feeling tight, stiff or tense. It can feel like a challenge to find the time. So one helpful way is to integrate the stretches into your daily life. For example, when you watch a regular TV programme or waiting for the kettle to boil. That way they don't have to feel like extras in your day. That said, it can also be really helpful to put some time aside and see these as an important self-care time.